Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee with Eddie. Let's go inside and see who's waiting for us. Hey everyone, Eddie here with the Compost Real Estate Group and RE/MAX Preferred Associates. It's episode 15 and we're still talking with Dr. Todd Kramer. And something that's probably on the minds of many of our residents is the 5.9 mil levy that was announced recently by the Maumee School Board. Todd, I thought the email that you sent out was very comprehensive about what the necessity was for this millage. Can you expand upon that?
Yeah, well, thank you for the opportunity to give us more details around that. Our Board of Education submitted 4 different levy amounts to the County Auditor's Office. And when the results came back, it was very clear that the 5.9 millage is the only one that presented us with a balanced budget after 5 years. So that, I think, had a heavy influence on the final decision to move forward with the 5.9 mils.
Sure. So, and something that maybe people don't really realize is that we've had some big businesses that have left our neighborhood. That also affects where the money comes from to help support our schools. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. So every time a business leaves, that essentially is tax dollars that leave our school district. In addition to that is the way the state of Ohio calculates funding. Maumee receives about $2,500 per student, where the Ohio Department of Education, a full student of funding is really worth more, around $6,000. And that's based on property values, income, and a number of factors that they take into consideration. So, you know, as a district, we've tried to reduce our expenses. We've cut over $1.5 million in the past 2 years. We've negotiated 0% pay raises for this year, but we're still at the point where we needed to request additional funds.
Sure. And I know one of the questions I had heard expressed throughout the community was people were wondering, with the renovations that are going on at the football stadium, Kazmaier Stadium, they want to know, is that involved in this millage?
No, it is not at all. Essentially, school districts have 2 wallets of money. One is permanent improvement dollars, which can only be used for expenses that are going to last 5 years or more. The other is operating funds.
Okay.
The portion that is being paid for out of the district funds for the Kazmaier Stadium is coming out of our permanent improvement wallet. And what we really want to emphasize and get out there is, of the roughly $1.8 million that's being put into that project, 1.3 of that has already been raised privately, and we're very grateful for the work of the Panther Pride Foundation to raise those funds. Without it, we wouldn't be moving forward with the project.
Well, and another way that the Maumee community kind of surrounds the school system and how important it is for the schools to be that diamond on top of the ring in our community.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to stay competitive in Northwest Ohio and attract quality students, quality families, you need quality facilities.
It's true. Well, I know as being a realtor in the community, if I'm relocating people back into Northwest Ohio, you know, one of their first questions is, if they've got young children, is what are the schools like? The schools are the backbone of our community, our churches and our people, and it's important that we maintain those things. And it's also important to remember that schools aren't making a product. There's nothing out there that we're sending out into the community where we're earning a profit. It's up to us as the community and the state to be able to help satisfy the financial needs of the schools. So I hope you learned something very important today. This is Eddie Compost with Compost Real Estate Group and RE/MAX Preferred Associates. We'll see you next week for episode 16.